Dear students, today I am taking your topic periodic classification of elements. This is for class 10th students and this is one of the best chapter of chemistry. You can see now in the screen. I will explain you with the help of slide. Matter around us is present in the form of elements, compounds and mixtures. This is very well known. Elements are substances containing atoms of only one type like sodium, magnesium, gold, etc. There are 118 elements known to us. All these have different properties. Now we'll just understand it by concept map. Needs of classification of elements. Why we have to classify the elements? The classification of elements is necessary for easy study and for comparative study. If we want to read or study any metal or any non-metal or any element, then we can find it easily in the table. So, periodic classification of elements is done first of all by earlier attempts, Daubernier's triad, and then Newland's octave. Later on, Mendeleev's periodic classification came into existence. Here, characteristics features were taken into consideration, merits there and demerits of the classification. Then came modern periodic table. The modern periodic table is given by Russian scientist and he was so clear on the basis of Daubernier's, Newland's and Mendeleev's periodic classification. He gave us the best classification of elements. This is based on characteristics, features, periods, group, position of elements, electronic configuration, valence shell and valence electrons. Trends in periodic table, we will study these three trends in the class 10th. Atomic size, valency, metallic and non-metallic characters. So need of classification. As earlier we saw, why we need classification? To make the study of these elements easy, these elements have been divided into few groups in such a way that elements in the same group have similar properties. Now, study of a large number of elements is reduced to few groups of elements. Daubernier's triad. When elements were arranged in order of increasing atomic masses, group of three elements is called as triad. Having similar chemical properties are obtained. The atomic mass of the middle element, about the Daubernier's triad I am telling, atomic mass of the middle element of triad was roughly the average of atomic masses of the other two. Just you see here in the table. In this table, calcium, strontium and barium were arranged in a group. Calcium, strontium, barium. And as stated earlier, the atomic mass of strontium will be the average of these two. So it is 40 and 137. If you add these two and divide it by 2, you will get 87.6. But actually, this Daubernier's triad has limitations. only 3 triads were recognized from the elements known at that time. At that time, their number of elements were below 60. So lithium, sodium, potassium, one triad, calcium, strontium, barium, another triad, chlorine, bromine, and iodine, another triad. But he could not classify them further in triad form. So this classification came to not the accepted by all the scientists. Next came the Newland's octave law. Newlands arranged the then known elements in the order of increasing atomic masses and found that the properties of every eighth element, see, properties of every eighth element is similar to that of first element. Properties of every eighth element, he arranged them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then he found the eighth element similar to that of first. Their properties were similar, atomic masses, and found he arranged them in increasing atomic masses, and then he found the properties of eighth element similar to that of first. This Newland law of octaves. He compared this to the octaves found in music and called the law of octaves. For example, the properties of lithium and sodium were found to be similar. Properties of lithium and sodium were found to be similar. Here you can see sa, re, ga, ma, pa, dha, ni, and after ni. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After 7, the eighth one is similar to that of first. Sa, re, gamma, and again the sa, re, gamma, and he arranged these elements in this way: hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. Then fluorine, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, potassium, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, potassium, calcium, chromium, titanium, manganese, iron. Here he put 2 elements together, and in this one he also put 2 elements together. So this putting 2 elements together make its drawback. So limitations, we will see. It was applicable up to calcium for lighter elements only. Properties of new discovered elements did not fit into the law of octave because the study was going on fast and there were many elements to be discovered. So whatever the new element is discovered, that does not have any position in the octave law. To fit elements into his table, Newlands put even 2 elements together in one slot, and that too in the column of unlike elements having very different properties. As you can see here, he accommodated cobalt in the nickel, he accommodated cesium in the lanthanum. So both were having the different properties. So but he told that we can arrange them in this way. So these 3 are the limitations of Newland's octave law. So that was also discarded. Now next came Mendeleev's periodic table. When elements are arranged in order of increasing atomic masses. See, atomic masses we are considering from the Daubigniers, then Newlands, and now Mendeleev also adapted the atomic masses. Increasing atomic masses, he arranged the elements. The elements with similar properties occur as regular intervals. The properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic masses. Properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic masses. What is periodic function? Periodic function means after some period, some time, the properties of elements start repeating. Mendeleev's periodic table is based on the chemical properties of elements it contains 6 periods, horizontal rows, and 8 groups, vertical column. You can see here in this table, if you just take a round in your NCERT book, then you will find this table. It started, group started 1, 2, 3 and lasted up to 8th, and then the periods were 1 period, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So he arranges these elements in this way, and the properties of Mendeleev's periodic table, as we can see from this table, it was difficult to understand the properties because they were arranged in increasing atomic masses. Now the next scientist came there and he arranged the elements in order of increasing atomic masses. Instead of atomic masses, he arranged in atomic number. So this was the benefit of modern periodic table. Atomic number of element is more fundamental properties than its atomic masses. According to modern periodic law, the properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic number. After certain time, the properties of the elements were found same. That's why it is called the periodic function of their atomic number. All the anomalies in the Mendeleev's periodic table were disappear when we arrange them in this way. So here you can see groups are there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 18, and the periods are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 has 6 and 7 has furthermore separate groups. One is lanthanide, which can be accommodated here in 6th period, and another is actinide, which can be accommodated here, but their properties were different. Therefore he arranged them in this below the periodic table. Now merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. We'll study what were the merits of Mendeleev periodic table. So Mendeleev periodic table, some gaps were left for the undiscovered elements like gallium, scandium and germanium. Mendeleev left some places vacant, and he told that these vacant places will occupy when new elements will discover, and he kept them for the gallium, scandium and germanium. Predict properties of elements on the basis of their position in the periodic table. So gaps were there, and for filling these gaps, he predicted the properties of elements, that such property elements will be filled here. So scientists start discovering these elements based on the properties and accommodate noble gases when they were discovered without disturbing the original arrangements. The original arrangement was not disturbed, and he arranged them at the last and the 8th type on the 18th place. As in the modern periodic table it is in 18th, but in Mendeleev periodic table it was on the last group. Limitations were position of isotopes could not be explained. Isotopes, which has same atomic number, elements, atoms which have same atomic number but different atomic masses. So one element, if suppose we are taking simplest one, the hydrogen. Hydrogen has hydrogen, which is called protium, deuterium and tritium. They have 3 different masses. Hydronium is having 1 atomic mass, deuterium 2 atomic mass and tritium 3 atomic mass. So as in the Mendeleev periodic table, it was arranged by atomic masses, increasing atomic masses. So hydrogen should have 3 places, but actually he kept it at 1 place. That was the drawback. So position of hydrogen was not clear, position of isotopes could not be explained, and wrong order of atomic masses of some elements could not be explained. Wrong order. Some higher atomic mass elements were placed before the lower atomic masses. So this periodic table was condemned, and the new one, that is the modern periodic table, was accepted. Now in the modern periodic table, these anomalies were explained very nicely. Explanation for the position of isotopes. Isotopes, I again repeat, same atomic number, but at 1 place in the same group. Atomic number is same. If I remind you about the hydrogen, protium, deuterium and tritium, these 3 were having the same atomic number, but their atomic masses were different. So in the modern periodic table, as it is based on the atomic number, so only 1 position will be for the hydrogen. So that is placed at the 1 place, 1 group. Cobalt with atomic number 27 came first, and nickel with 28. In the Mendeleev periodic table, nickel was placed first and cobalt was placed later. But when the elements were arranged in the atomic number form, increasing atomic number, then this cobalt and nickel got their correct position. Unlike atomic masses, atomic number is always a whole number. Atomic masses have the fraction, but the atomic number is a whole number. Therefore, it was very easy to place. So there is no element between hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen has atomic number 1, helium has atomic number 2. Now, atomic number. Atomic number is denoted by capital letter Z and equal to the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. Modern periodic table has 18 vertical columns known as group and 7 horizontal rows known as periods. Elements with same number of valence electrons are placed in the same group. Lithium, its electronic configuration is 2,1. Sodium, its electronic configuration 281. Potassium 2881. So their outermost orbit have 1 electron. Therefore, they are placed in the same group. Outermost of the valence shell in all three, lithium, sodium and potassium is 1. These elements have been placed in the same group. Now, number of cells. Here only 2 cells, here 3 cells and here 4 cells. So number of cells increases as we go down the group from top to down. Lithium, sodium, potassium, the number of cells increases. Elements with same number of occupied cells are placed in the same period. For example, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen. Lithium, outermost orbit is 1, but the cells are 2. Beryllium, outermost orbit has electron 2. Cells are 2. In the boron, cells are 2. Carbon, cells are 2. Nitrogen, cells are 2. So these elements have the same number of cells. So elements with the same number of occupied cells are placed in the same period. If their outermost orbit having the same elements, they are placed in the same group. But if their cells is same, then they are placed in the same period. Each period marks a new electronic cell getting filled. Number of elements placed in a particular period depends upon the fact that how electrons are filled into various cells. Maximum number of electrons that can be filled in a cell is given by the formula 2n square, where n stands for natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, where n, if it is 1, then K cell, 2 electrons. If it is 2, then L cell, electron will be 8. First period has 2 elements, as there is only 2 electrons in the cell, so 2 elements are there in the first period. In the second period, there are 8 position, and so on, it will increase. First period, 2 electrons, second period, 8, third 3 3s are 9, 2s are 18, will have 18, and so on. Position of element in the periodic table tells us its chemical reactivity. Valence electrons determine the kind and number of bonds formed by the element. Now we will see trends in the modern periodic table. Valency is the combining power if an element with other atoms when it forms a chemical compound. Valency is equal to number of electrons gained or lost or shared to complete octet is called valency. Valency is the combining power if an element with other atoms when it forms a chemical compound. Or we can say valency is equal to the number of electrons gained or lost or shared to complete etc. its octet or doublet. Doublet for the K cell 2 electrons and others have 8 electrons. On moving from left to right in each period, this is one period moving from left to right, the valency of elements increases. First it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and then decreases. First increases from 1 to 4. 1 to 4 it increases and then decreases to 0. Then decreases to 0. So valency remains the same down. In the group, if we see, the valency will be same for all the elements or atoms placed there. Atomic size refers to the radius of atom. Distance from nucleus to the outermost orbit, that is the radius. It may be visualized as the distance between the center and the nucleus and the outermost cell. Atomic size or radius of an atom decreases as we move from left to right. From left to right it decreases. As you can see, for sodium it was 186, magnesium 160, aluminum 143, and then so on, it is going on decreasing. From left to right in a period, in third period, this is the example, third period, it is decreasing. What is decreasing? Atomic size, because the electrons are increasing in the same orbit, and attraction from nucleus to the outermost orbit increases and the size also decreases. Atomic size increases from top to bottom as we move down from top to bottom, because every time the new cells are formed. Here from lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, one more cell is increasing there. So the distance from nucleus to the outermost orbit is increasing. Therefore, its atomic radii is increasing. But in this case, the electrons are increasing in the same cell. So the attraction between nucleus and outermost orbit electrons is increasing and the size decreases. Now, metallic characters. Metallic characters, metallic characters means the tendency of an atom to lose electrons. any atom which loses electrons easily is a metallic in character. Metallic character means the tendency of an atom to lose electrons. Metals occupy the left hand side of the periodic table. If you see in the periodic table, it is on the left hand side, metals, and as we move further in a period, the metallic property decreases. The losing of electron decreases and gaining of electron increases. So non-metallic property increases as we move from left to right in a period. On moving left to right in a period, the metallic character of an element decreases because effective nuclear charge increases. It means tendency to lose electron decreases. If tendency to lose electron decreases, the metallic character will decrease. Metals are electropositive as they tend to lose electrons while forming bonds. If any atom loses electron, then the positive charge will be more and it will form positive charge, electropositive will form. Metallic character increases as we go down a group. Metallic character from top to bottom increases and from left to right this decreases. And about the non-metallic character, non-metals are electronegative. Metals were electropositive, non-metals are electronegative as they tend to form bonds by gaining electrons. Non-metals occupies the right side of the periodic table. Left side you found the metals, on right side you will find the non-metals. Non-metallic characters increases across the period because due to increase in effective nuclear charge, that means tendency to gain electrons increases. Non-metallic character decreases as we move from top to bottom in a group, decreases effectively. Nuclear charge experienced by the valence electrons, thus tendency to gain electrons decreases in a group. In a period it increases and in a group it decreases. In middle of the periodic table, we have semi-metals or metalloids. Semi-metals or metalloids which are shown by pink color in NCERT book because they exhibit some properties of metals and some properties of non-metals. Therefore, they are called semi-metals or metalloid. Oxides of metals are basic in nature, while oxides of non-metals are acidic in nature. Atomic size decreases across the period. Reason: due to increase in number nuclear charge or resulting in strong force of attraction which causes shrinking. Variation along the group, it is increasing. You keep in mind, if one thing is decreasing in a period, then in a group it will increase. The reason is due to addition of new cells, the distance between outermost electron and nucleus increases. Similarly, metallic character decreases in a period, and this is the reason due to increase in effective nuclear charge, tendency to lose valence electrons, and it increases in a group because decreases in effective nuclear charge experienced by valence electrons, tendency to lose electrons. Non-metallic character increases in a period. As we move from left to right in a period, it increases due to increase in effective nuclear charge, tendency to gain electrons, and decreases due to decrease in effective nuclear charge experienced by valence cells. So this was the classification of elements which is explained with the help of notes in the computer's screen. You can understand. If you have any problem, you can write in my comment box. You just have every notes very clear, and this is the sufficient amount of matter to deal in this chapter. One important thing is you have to know what is going on from period left to right and what is going on in a group from top to bottom. This is important. And history, about history, you just keep in mind what was the Dauvergnat's triad, what was the Newland's classification, and then finally Mendeleev's periodic table. Periodic laws are very important. I repeat, Mendeleev periodic law is the properties of elements are the periodic function of atomic masses for Mendeleev, and for modern periodic table the properties of elements are the periodic function of atomic number. These two are oftenly asked for 1 marks, and then this atomic radius, valency and metallic properties are asked, why it is increasing, why this is decreasing. So you must be clear to them by their reasons. I hope you understand it. Very good. Thank you very much.